Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Decorative Survival. So, in the last episode I built this Lay Brothers Cloisters over here, and in between episodes I have been working on getting some more polished andesites as usual, and getting a few other stuff, including a lot more cooked fish. Anyway, to start off today's episode, I'd like to get started on the Lay Brothers dormitory, because we have the normal dormitory, but like the Lay Brothers also need a place to sleep, and in quite a few abbeys they seem to have a dormitory, so I'd like to get started on that. Alright, so this cloister, and I also decided to put a day room on the bottom, like the other dormitory, but this actually, the day room here is one block shorter, so all of the pillars only extend one block up. It's also one block lower than the other one, but otherwise it's actually very similar, except it's also 2x3 instead of 2x5, and yeah, it's got 2 block high windows, which I think is a major difference. It's probably the most noticeable one, because the other building had 3 block high windows, and the same kind, it has the same kind of roof, the open roof, and yeah, my shears are beginning to get fairly damaged by the shearing that I have to do, because I have gotten a lot of beds for this entire abbey, and at some point I'll probably need to get some new shears or put mending on them. Alright, so I'm back, and as you can see, this is a very similar dormitory to the one over there, except it's a little shorter, the windows are a little shorter, and basically everything's slightly shorter and slightly smaller, because it's smaller, and it's lower, and it's also for the Lay Brothers, so I decided to kind of make it slightly smaller, because there wouldn't be quite as many of them, and yeah. Anyway, the next thing I would like to do is build an infirmary, because why not build both? I'm thinking this back wall, and maybe also extending to here, and possibly even into this section. And yeah, I'd like to get started on that, and then I will be right back. Alright, so I decided to put an infirmary here. I don't think I explained it very well, because sometimes the Lay Brothers cloister was also called a infirmary cloister. I think it mostly depended on the time, because Lay Brothers would sometimes be a very common thing and sometimes be less common, but I've decided to build both infirmary and a Lay Brothers dormitory in the same cloisters. I'm not sure how common that would be, but I decided to, and yeah, that's the end of this time lapse. Alright, so I'm back, and I decided to actually make this slightly raised, not further, because further than the dormitory, because actually the dormitory is on the 2nd floor, and I mean, even though in Minecraft stuff doesn't flood, in theory if the lake were to flood by a meter, which would be fairly large, it would still like flood this entire cloister area, so probably would want the infirmary to survive that because there's going to be a bunch of sick people in there. Anyways, yeah, this is the infirmary, and it's got a nice little fireplace, which I think the camera is just there, so it might have not been seen being built. And yeah, there's an attic, but I haven't put any way to get up there because I'm not sure what I would do with it. Anyway, that actually means that 2/3 or so about of the of this cloister, which is definitely going to be the final cloister thing, so is complete. So yeah, that's actually fairly good. I might want to start working on other parts of the abbey then, but that will be in the next episode. So yeah, that's going to wrap up this episode. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, goodbye.